Hey, what's up, good people? It's Jay Ray, the co-host of Q Points, and I wanted to come to you because there are two really important ways that you can support our show. One is by subscribing to it wherever you listen to or watch your podcasts. Q Points is pretty much everywhere. The other thing that you can do is you can visit us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and on Podchaser, and you can leave us a star rating. Please rate us 5 stars because you know you love Q Points. And on Apple Podcasts and on Podchaser, you can actually leave us a written review. It's not required, but it really does help to spread the word about the show, and it helps people to discover it as they're looking for new podcasts to listen to. We're always appreciative of you supporting Q Points. We thank you so much for all that you've done for us so far, and enjoy the show.
What's up and welcome back, fam. I am DJ Sir Daniel.
And my name is Jay Ray, sometimes known by my government as Johnny Ray Cornegay the Third. What's happening, y'all?
And you are tuning into the Super Rock End. I'm just playing. You're tuning into one of the best podcasts, video podcasts across the nation. This is Q Points, your safe space for talk and a meaningful discussion regarding Black music and Black creatives. Jay Ray, brother man, how you been this week?
Man, listen, I am good this week. So I'm going to tell you what makes me good this week.
Yes.
I put myself on a schedule, Sir Daniel, because,
Sure.
I be just doing like so much stuff, and I had to block this time. Like I had to literally, so I sat down, y'all, over the long weekend, where we had Juneteenth part 2. And
yes,
right. And so I decided to get up in my calendar, do some blocking. I got my just so that I could end my day at a reasonable time, man. Like be getting so crazy. So that's been good. And the second thing that's been really good about this week is I got officially it's officially public that I'm going to be part of my first group art show in Philly in August.
Tell us about that. I want to hear more about the art show, because Jay Ray is out of the many hats that he wears, Jay Ray is also a very talented photographer. So please tell us what the installation is going to be about and what the art show is overall.
Oh man, so the art show is called Art Stop 2 Electric Boogaloo, which I think is super fun.
Love that. I love it already.
It's, you know what I'm saying? It's super fun. And I'm actually going to pull all of the artists that are going to be part of it, because I want to make sure that I don't leave anybody out. But I'll start with what I'm going to do first. So
Yes.
I don't quite know what's going to end up on the wall. I'm going to be honest about that. But what I have decided is it's going to be a retrospective. Because, okay, so Sir Daniel, you know my photography work, and there are other people who watch this show that may know that part of my work too, but a lot of people don't, right? Like, cause I haven't really done that part in a long time. And so I have a lot of work that hasn't been seen. So, I am going to pull out some stuff from the archive, and actually, and one of the things I want to pull out from the archive, which is really unique, this stuff has never been on a wall. Many of my city shots and travel shots. When I've traveled internationally, I've taken pictures, and most of those images haven't been seen publicly and definitely haven't been displayed. So I'm going to bring out some of that work and put
So
that
they're
on the
getting
wall.
exclusives.
They're getting exclusives. Philly about to get all of the J Ray. You getting like some of the classic J Ray stuff, the Black queer stuff, and then you getting some new stuff that you ain't never seen before. It's gonna be great.
I love it. I love it. Do they need a DJ?
Listen, if they did, so okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? So I thought about that so hard because I'm like, oh, if Sir Daniel could be here DJ.
Because I love an art installation. I've done a couple art shows. We collaborated. Can you believe it's been? I think I want to say it's been.
Is it 5 years? Is it 5 years?
It may be 5 years since we did. Gosh,
Prismatic.
Prismatic. And we huddled with all of our artsy friends and we did an exhibit. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, yo, we actually pulled off an exhibit just based on some doodlings that I made with our friend Ajmal, who is currently in Chicago doing all the wonderful things with art and his installations and his vision. We called up our musician friends, Ron Shirley, who I saw last Friday. I meant to tell you that, Ron Shirley. And who else?
Who else was there? Oh my God, there were so many artists. Chris Barker.
Chris Barker, who I saw Friday as well. Friday was very lively. We mentioned quite a bit.
Oh.
And it was a mini reunion. The only thing missing was you. Our other artist friend Darius Amore was there. It was, and we were recounting that moment and how powerful that was. So I can only imagine how excited you're feeling to that kind of atmosphere again. I gotta say, because it's stirring. It's making me restless as well because here in Atlanta, one of our good friends, DJ Johnny Dynamite, who is responsible for the intro that you guys see all the time.
Thank you, Johnny Dynamite.
Our bobbing heads dancing to the beat. Is bringing back Vinyl and Vibes 17 for the summer 22. The first installation is called Summertime in the A, Volume 17. We have, when I tell you the DJ lineup is crazy, it's going down Sunday, July 17th, 5 p.m. at the iLounge Atlanta in Glenwood, Atlanta Village. The lineup is crazy. Got Johnny Normal, Gorilla Tech, Jeremy Avalon.
Jeremy Avalon International.
What? Mafi Loco is on deck.
Yes.
Smiles DJ Nitzy. And making her grand return to the stage, DJ Aquaria.
Oh my goodness, I want to be there for that. Sounds like such a good time.
Yes. So we are really putting down for the DJ scene in Atlanta, and I'm hoping that everybody is safe and comes on out and enjoys responsibly.
Yes.
Shout out to our friends. They might be taping, and our friends just Daryl over on the west side California, checking in. Speaking of Daryl, there's some stuff that might be coming up too, but I can't say too much about it. I just know my guy reached out and something might be happening.
Exciting.
Yes, good big things are going. Also, this coming tomorrow, if you're in Metro Atlanta area, you need something to do. Thank God It's Vinyl is going down at Best End Brewery, and that lineup is crazy too. That lineup also features DJ Dynamite, DJ Yogi, DJ Nitzy, DJ Astro, and my guy DJ Sully. So crazy things going on. See, there's a flyer coming out tomorrow. He said it in the chat. So I'll just wait until I get the clearance to really, really blast it out there like that. To see what's going on.
So I wanna do a couple of things because there is so much. Welcome to summer. Like there's so much amazing stuff happening. I'm going to go ahead and put the flyer. I have it here from Facebook. So I'm going to put the Facebook flyer for the event, the art event, because Wani, shout out to Wani, who's in the chat, said, hey, when is it going to be? Wani? So August 6th. And the other artists, I want to shout them out. So I got put onto this, by the way, because one of the curators, let me tell y'all something. So this is the beauty of sowing seeds, right? So my brother is a man about town in Philadelphia, and out with him, I met a artist, a brilliant visual artist by the name of Daryl Baker. Daryl is friends with my brother. So, you know what I'm saying? And Daryl did his first solo show last summer and asked me to help him to curate it, like pull it together. And so I went out and went down and helped Daryl at this beautiful venue called the Cockatoo. We pulled it all together. It was beautiful. So Daryl invited me to be part of this. He did it earlier in the year and curated it with another artist in Philly, and then invited me to be along this time, you know, to be part of this. He actually, we have been talking about doing stuff together, and then, you know, my life's crazy. So I was like, no, I'm going to do it this time. So shout out to Daryl Baker. He's going to be one of the exhibiting artists. He goes by the Handsome Stalker on Instagram. So it's going to be me, Daryl, an artist by the name of Miss Thing on Instagram. It's in the flyer. They Are Birds, Adam Cusack, and Muscle Spasm. So it's going to be a dope showing, a lot of different artists. We got a lot of space. It's at the Bike Stop, which is Philly's premier leather bar. So, you know, I'm super excited about that. Can't wait to put my art in there. And we are going to have a good time. So 5 to 8 on August 6th. Art Stop 2, Eclectic Boogaloo. I said Electric Boogaloo last time because, you know, that was in my head.
Still dope.
Right.
And look at the two of us are doing big things outside of Q Points. You know, you can't go wrong. You need to be following us and making sure that you stay in contact. I mentioned the West Side. Speaking of They Might Be Taken, they just put us on.
Yes.
To what is it?
What is it? Snoop Dogg presents Death Row Summer 22.
And just looking at the track listing, this looks crazy. I see Raphael on there.
Mm-hmm.
I see, who's that? Miguel.
Yeah, you got the Dog Pound on there. Yeah.
So this is not just, even though Snoop has acquired, I believe he's acquired the masters to the Death Row recordings. This is not just like a rehashing of Death Row Records. This is brand new product. This is brand new music.
Yeah. And not just acquired the masters, like Snoop is Death Row now. Like Snoop has acquired Death Row, the brand. So it's all of it, and which is so great that it's come full circle in that way. Oh, and Stokely is on this too. I don't know. Yeah. I'm excited to go and hear this. Thank you to They Might Be Taping for putting us on, because, you know, with the way...
Uncle Chuck?
Yeah,
wow.
Uncle Chuck. With the way music is now, Sir Daniel, it's hard to keep up because everything happens, and it's like, yo, so this is why you have folks like They Might Be Taping. You have us to remind us, hey, this new thing just dropped. Go peep it. Because fortunately, you know, it's a lot more decentralized now. So you don't always know when something new is out.
You don't, unless it pops up on your TikTok.
Right.
And you hear the song incessantly now. I'm not going to name the song, but I've heard it incessantly.
You're talking about the Drake joint that is everywhere?
No. Oh. I'm talking about the other joint from this Ivy Park. That one.
Oh, really? Oh my God. So, okay.
It's everybody's TikTok music. It's everybody's walking down the hallway, sashaying music. It's apparently there's a lot of souls out there that don't need to be broken.
Right. So, one more thing. Speaking of Break My Soul and house music, we got house stuff happening. Once again, and shout out again to Daryl for shouting us out for our show that we did around on house music, and that conversation. It really makes a difference when, you know, you got your peers out there like bigging you up and saying, yo, this was dope, because he's dope too. So it's like, oh my God, thank y'all for bigging us up for that. So a couple of things.
Co-sign is nature.
Absolutely. 2 things. We got a contest going. You can win you some house music for free. It's coming from my personal collection. I have dipped in and have 2 copies that I'm going to give away of Wajid's Strength EP, which came out in 2018. Some dope Detroit house electronic music. It's got a techno feel in there. Wajid does all. So it's super dope. Win, and you're going to get the fresh vinyl, so that's cool. And the second thing is on Saturday, we are going to be hosting Sacred Ministry, which is a webinar, so it's really different from Q Points. So don't think like it's going to be this. It's not. There's going to be some slides. It's a webinar. We're going to be talking about Black gay DJs during the AIDS crisis and some house history. So it's going to be a really good time. So make sure that you hit the link and RSVP for the webinar.
Speaking of vinyl, I want to give a big happy 4-year happy anniversary shout out to JB's Record Lounge. They've reached a 4-year milestone in the pandemic.
Yes.
That's major. Can we get a laugh track too? We need to go ahead and get a laugh track.
I'll find one. I'll find a laugh track too, because we do need one.
And that fits with us.
Yes.
It's very 80s. But yeah, shout out to JB for celebrating 4 years, for persevering through the pandemic, doing bigger and better things. My guy and his team were down at Essence Fest over the weekend, doing major things. I mean, shout out to you, JB.
Absolutely. Listen, I saw that.
That's no easy feat.
No, like I saw the setup at Essence and I was like, now that is what it is. Like, more of that, please.
Yeah, I'm super duper proud of my guy. Like that, I look up to him for real, because that's a lot of work. It's a lot of consistency and work. And speaking of vinyl, I want to shout out the Vinyl Guides, because it was a long weekend, and Juneteenth Part 2.
Right.
I found the fine of fines. When I tell you, I have been looking for this album forever, and Discogs basically said that it's out of print, just out of luck. I found an album by Nancy Wilson, excuse me. And it's called, let me tell you, it's over there, but I don't feel like getting up right now. But it's from the album Music on My Mind. And I found it and that album came out in 1978. Pristine, because it belonged to a radio library. Pristine condition. I'm not going to name the store. When I tell y'all, I bought that thing and I ran out of there like I stole something. I was like, I put it up under my arm, flee the scene.
He's like, thank you for coming.
Yeah, because when I tell you, I got that thing, that was a steal. It was a steal that I got it at. But when I tell you it's in pristine condition, and it was one of those moments where you're flipping through the new arrivals in a record store, and you flip, and it's like literally heavenly light shines out from it, and you hear that angelic. And I did the gasp.
Yes.
I did the audible gasp. Like a guy next to me looking at the other part was like, oh,
like, where is that? Right.
I'm literally like, snatch.
Yes.
I copped the this Grace Jones behind me and some other things. Like, I really booked it out of there with some really good items. So thank you, Vinyl Guys. I will pour some libations out tomorrow and thank God it's vinyl.
Right.
Just say thank you. But yes, I had a really great weekend in that respect. And a lot of people had a great weekend down in New Orleans. Like Essence Fest was all that people could talk about.
Yeah. So I learned that they were streaming it super late. Like I didn't realize that it was going to be on Hulu. It has always been a bit of a dream of mine to go to Essence Fest. I'm not good about planning stuff like that. Like, I just need somebody. Okay, so since we're talking about manifesting things, if folks just want to bring Q points down, we would love to work Essence Fest. Who wouldn't want
Absolutely.
Q points on stage? Like, what? We got this. So I have always wanted to go. And unfortunately, I learned that it was streaming late. But what I love so much about Essence Fest, there's a couple of black events that evoke so much joy, and Essence Fest is one of them. So much so that there was an entire movie centered around the festival that was a
That's
huge
right.
hit. Like, Girls Trip was the girls going to Essence Fest.
That's right.
How much joy? I mean, that's dope.
So, two things, and please, y'all don't fight me when I say this. I'm going to reframe it like this. I wish I enjoyed the times that I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that I enjoyed New Orleans more.
Mm.
I'm not a big seafood person, so the people that are, what about the food? The food,
Right. The food is great.
I'm not a big seafood person, so that arrow kind of passes me. It doesn't do anything for me. But I do believe that bringing Q points to New Orleans specifically for Essence Fest, I believe would give me a brand new appreciation for New Orleans that I've never had. I would appreciate it so much. I would appreciate free air, the free board, like the hotel room, and bringing us on stage to talk about music, especially a lot of the artists that are from New Orleans, talk about the rich history behind New Orleans. Because we've got people in New Orleans that work in the arts, and I think it would be a dope combination for us to be there. Please don't leave because I said I wish I liked New Orleans more. Like I said, I believe I can love New Orleans more. I can be coached into loving New Orleans a lot more once you bring us to Essence Fest, because I'm down. Just like J. Ray said, it is one of those events. It's a hallmark in Black culture. It's become a mainstay in Black culture. I'm trying to think of other things that are like that kind of.
Capital Jazz Cruise is another thing I can think of that has that same thing where people years in advance are plotting that they're going to go. Like Essence Fest, I feel like if we were going to do it and just go there and hang out, Sir Daniel, although I know somebody's going to bring us there, so we won't have to do that. Right. If we were going there to hang out and not work, we would probably need like a 2-year head start to just like plan the time.
Absolutely. And I'm certain what's going to happen, J. Ray. Here's how it's going to happen. We are going to be selected to present Q Points, the show, down at Essence Fest. We are going to have access, like everybody else, to backstage and to the shows and whatnot. And on top of that, we are also going to be gifted. Universe is going to gift us a guide to New Orleans. This person is going to be the essence of New Orleans, and they're going to show, and me especially, because they have something to prove. They're going to take us around New Orleans, and they are really going to set it out, and we are going to enjoy New Orleans the way that we're supposed to.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the food. I don't have the food problem that Sir Daniel has. When I go to New Orleans, like, give more, please. Etouffee me down. Like,
you can beignet me down, because
beignet me down too.
I have a sweet tooth, and I love bread.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on board for all of that. But back to Essence Fest though, Jerry, do you realize the major artists, they had such a women-centered performance this year. Like, and they typically do, but it seems like they really pulled out all the stops.
Mhm.
They had Patti LaBelle, who was crip walking on stage at almost 80 years old. Bless her, she is every bit as energetic as the day we first saw her in LaBelle. We had Patti LaBelle, we had Jasmine Sullivan, and to your point, had Janet Jackson at SS Fest. And I was with my friend Daryl over at his apartment streaming it for Hulu and it was on YouTube. It's on YouTube now.
It
You haven't
is.
caught
It
all
is.
of it.
Yep.
And we watched the Janet performance. I can't. Take over, Jerry, because it was a
This
lot.
ain't even a beer. This is a water. This is a sparkling water, and
You got to sip on that because it was just that breathtaking.
So one of the things that came up for me, and if you haven't, y'all should go back and watch our Janet show that we did at the top of the year, leading up to the documentary. One of the things that came up for me, and it was apparent to me during the documentary, but even more so watching Janet on stage, and I put this on Twitter, she's literally carrying her whole family's legacy forward in this like the performance was almost like a performance of a lifetime. Like, I am going to let you know why I and my entire family deserve your love and respect, because she channeled her brothers, and I felt like represented her. She represented black people. There was black folks and people of color on that stage, like with her the whole time. Band, dancers, holding her down, right? But I felt like she represented her family's history really well and honored her own history really well. That was one of the most, it was great. It was a great performance. I don't even know how she's able to do that at 56.
If we were to be accused of deriding Janet Jackson, that's an accusation that I'm happy to take.
Right.
Because I can't say it enough. The takes, first of all, whoever her musical director is,
He was great.
They deserve all the accolades, because from start to finish, she included one of my favorite songs that when it came out that people hated was So Much Better.
Mm-hmm.
And that was included in the set. And I live for So Much Better. And the way everything just wove in and out. The transitions were seamless. Even when the stage went black and she was doing whatever she needed to do to set up the next song, she was able to go from high energy to her ballads without missing a beat. There was some mic changes, but that still didn't knock the hustle. Everything went the way it was supposed to go. And to your point, the way in which Janet and her musical directors work together pushes all of that material from over the past 4 decades into the next generation's lap. And it can still sound fresh and it can still sound relevant. It has us old heads still jamming to it. And I know the new generation is looking like, okay. They're taking notes and they're trying to figure out, well, why is she such a big deal? That's why Janet Jackson is such a big deal. And she means so much to us, not just for the music, but in the culture. And I'll say, because, and I don't know if you saw this, but Janet Jackson and Kim Fields reunited backstage at the Essence Fest. And if you weren't a Good Times fan, that might have gone over your head. But to see Janet Jackson and Kim Fields, because those are there's not too many black girls in the history of TV and pop culture that made as much impact as a Kim Fields and a Janet Jackson. and for them to be in the same square box that we're looking at, hugging and asking, "How's your mom?" When Janet asked, "How's your mom?" I was like,
Chip,
"Yes,
come on, Miss Chip.
y'all
Come
know
on.
each other from
Right.
Chip Field. Chip Fields is an icon to us.
Yes.
Chip Fields is an acting institution in the Black community, and yeah, I just can't not stop gushing about what that meant to see Janet and to see how she's still received. That's the best part of seeing how well she is still received by us. We need to keep that up.
Yeah, there's so many moments. I don't know that I've ever seen Janet do this on stage, but it was really fun. She was like, "If y'all could give me a minute, I just want to get a sip of water." And I was like, that was
real.
That was real. Like, listen. And she was like, "I'm a transition. We gonna slow it down because I need to catch my breath." You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like,
listen, I'm knocking on 60. I need this,
give me a minute. And to your point, right. So for you, it was so much better. For me, the insertion was lonely, and being able to insert lonely into the set, I thought was really, really beautiful because, that song more and more in this moment, I feel like is so relevant because people feel alone. You know what I'm saying? And to have a song in 1989 that was talking about like, listen, if you feel lonely, call me, you know what I'm saying, is really important. So that's definitely something. But some other moments kind of surrounding the weekend, just an Atlanta connection. So Free the Vision, amazing creative in Atlanta, was hanging out with Janet Jackson and got a picture with her. And I'm like, oh my God, like, yes. Watching her do the electric slide. What?
No, watching her swag surfing.
And she swag surfed too. I saw that too. What?
Never in a million years Janet Jackson getting all the way turned up and swag surf. Never in a million years. But that's the kind of atmosphere that was created, that kind of safe space by Essence. So have those moments where you can connect with our icons and have moments like that and be out shopping and eating and seeing, some of your favorite celebs, watching MC Light eat a Slutty burger because Slutty Vegan in their magnificent growth over the past couple years is out at Essence Fest with a booth.
Of course.
And MC Light is getting slutified, eating her burger and having that Atlanta connection. It's just really dope. And then the Philly connection with Jasmine Sullivan, who literally is having church.
Yes.
When she's singing. Literally, and I'm not talking about, she's preaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, it looks like she's talking to her congregation.
Right.
And about hotels.
Yeah. I'm just so proud of the moment that she is having. She's another one of those Black women. Janet's there too. These Black women are having just a wonderful moment in their careers, being able to watching Jasmine, of course, do everything that she needed to do from Hotels, which was her amazing album from last year, but also go back to them first 3 records and like y'all and watching the people sing to Need You Bad was like, album 1, kids. This is what I was given.
Out the gate. And there was something I lost my train of thought. But while we're on the train of performances, another thing that I noticed that was really major, and I wonder if you all picked up on it, but you had Little Kim, Lauryn Hill, and Nicki Minaj on the same stage. Clearly not on the same night, but they were all 3 of them, and that's major. You're talking about 3 of the major female rap artists of all time, right? Performing on Essence Fest, and Lauryn Hill and Wyclef coming together to perform was a moment all of it itself. I know we like to joke about her being on time, but it seems like she was there on time and everything went well. She seemed to be having a great time, which is what we have. You noticed that we enjoy it even more when we see the artists having a good time?
Yeah.
And if the artists are having a good time, and you can pick up on it.
Yeah. Lauren, apparently her and Wyclef also did something at the Friends and Lovers thing. I was unaware of that, but I was able to find that too. Listen, that was a surprise for folks. Folks didn't know that Lauren was going to come out. That was... Wyclef has apparently performed at Essence many, many times. So having him and Lauren on the same stage, y'all, you know how tenuous the relationships between the Fugees as a collective is. And to have her up there having fun, it looks like they were having a good time doing what they do together. And it's nice. I love seeing Lauren when she's smiling and it seems like she's really into it. Like, no, I'm actually enjoying this. And maybe we are entering that era for her. Maybe she's also seeing what Janet is experiencing in her career and is like, I want that for my career too.
And just to be that, like, I did all this work and look how much joy it's bringing people. People still want to see me, even though I'm, for all intents and purposes, I've aged out of hip hop, according to what the mainstream is saying, we've aged out of hip hop because of, aged out. But, yeah, and just enjoying that moment. Now, I'm not going to get hung up on any reunions. That's not my ministry. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with those moments. Y'all have those moments, that's fine. I'm not hung up on a reunion. We already tried to do that. And maybe it's just not supposed to happen. That's just my opinion. But I enjoy these moments. Give us that.
Yeah.
With that. And I do not want to skip over Lil' Kim, because Lil' Kim, as usual, people love to bring out Lil' Kim as the surprise, especially when we're talking about the locks. And we're going to get into the locks yet again, proving that they are the masters of stage and all of that. But yes, Lil' Kim, I mean, what more can we say about Kim and what she means to the culture? Having her to pop up during her verse and All About the Benjamins, and then the locks giving her room to do her own medley of hits, because she's Lil' Kim.
Yeah,
she's no slouch. She's got a canon of hits to perform, and just to see another one, seeing how much love that she's receiving, how much love that she's due, it really makes my heart swell. And the fact that she sounds super dope and super clean with the Roots backing her.
More of that, please.
More of it.
More of that, please. Like, Kim, book a band. If you're gonna go out, take a band. Book the Roots, baby. If you could get the Roots, if that could happen, I doubt that'll happen because they ain't touring. But as many times as you could get them to back you up, do it. Because the Roots as a band are just the consummate professionals and amazing. I want to talk really quickly, though, about the fact that Lil' Kim is another one. When she is on, it's like there's no stopping her. And what I loved about this performance, because I've seen some other ones and I felt like they were lopsided or kind of wobbly. Like, looking at some of the festival stuff, this felt tight. And like, she was ready to go. Like, she could hear, I don't know what was going on in the monitors, but I felt like she could hear.
It's on point.
She was on point. And I just felt like her, and then her being able to do her own medley while holding the locks down.
They held her down.
And they held her down.
Yeah.
That meant so, it was just dope watching that on stage.
And, again, the locks, all you MCs out there, I know we said this before when they had their verses with the diplomats.
Mm-hmm.
All you MCs out there realize that being an MC is also about showmanship.
Mm-hmm.
And we get that consistently with the locks. And I was really, as usual, happy with the performance. But I gotta say this. So Jada kicked his freestyle, his New York freestyle that everybody, that had everybody shook at the verses. But Black Thought came through with his, I don't even know if that sounded more like 32 bars. Because my guy was spitting, it felt like for 10 minutes straight. Breath control was on point. We understood every single word he was saying. Some people thought it might have been off the head. Some, we like to have those discussions.
Like, is it off the head? Is it like written?
Yeah. Or whatever? But it's all in the delivery in that moment. Because I was like, I remember sitting there after a while, like, just nodding in my head. And after a minute, I looked at my watch. I was like, Black Thought is Sunday in his performance. And I think he was there because, the Roots crew was backing them, but like, he's the front man of the Roots crew. So you can't have band and not have Black Thought be there. But I thought it was so gracious seeing the locks and Black Thought and Kim sharing the stage together, giving each other's time to shine. That gives me hope for like Generation X. You can't take Generation X. We got this. Like we're gonna move. We're gonna be all right when it comes to performances. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing what it's gonna look like in another 10 years.
Yeah.
And in that time we'll get our discount, our senior citizens discount and whatnot. And
like turn the music. Can they turn the music down a little bit?
and then we can sit in front, right? We'll be able to sit closer because it's gonna, we need that. But no, I think those were very shining moments to me on the hip hop front for the Essence Fest.
Yeah, one thing, because I don't want to lose sight of Nicki in this. It's been a while since we've really seen Nicki on stage. So that was refreshing. I do hope though that she also saw what was happening with the Lil Kim performance, as well as like the Lauryn Hill thing, like these other things, because Nicki is another one that has such a canon of hits that it deserves the band. It deserves all the things. Like, keep the DJ as part of it, but put him in the band. DJ Active. Shout out to DJ Active. Shout out to DJ Active, who held Janet Jackson down. You know what I'm saying? With the cuts, with the whole performance. DJ Active was an active member of the band.
For sure. And we're seeing more DJs do that. And that needs to happen more. With the Nicki, and I found it very interesting. And I guess she's been in the industry long enough to where she's at the point now where that she's been the darling of the industry, and now they're taking shots at her at every point. And I just find it so interesting that how quickly they like to pick her apart. And they do it to Kim all the time. And now they're after Nicki. And her especially, what do they do with women? They go after their appearance.
Absolutely. They're picking her apart. She had a baby, and so now they're using that against her. That's whack, y'all. It's whack. It's the same playbook. They do it every time.
Every single time. And it's unfortunate because, to your point, Nicki is another one with a wide variety of hits that presentation, like her show deserves the same type of music director touch that Janet Jackson got.
Yes.
That the Lock and Kim got. whoever, that kind of music directorship, she deserves that. Her hits deserve that kind of direction, so that when it's presented to us, it's like, yeah, we're in the pocket. She deserves, like you said, she deserves that. So yeah, I mean, Ashanti was in the mix. Who else was there? There was a lot of people.
There was a New Edition performed. I got the New Edition. The New Edition performance is available on YouTube. You can watch that one too. There was shout out to them, man. They're still doing it. I haven't gotten a chance to go and watch that performance yet, but I will. There were so many people. That's the thing about Essence Fest. And not only and to hold Essence down, like, not only is it about the music, it's empowerment too. So these folks get to participate in speakers and, all this other stuff that they're doing. So the music is, of course, a hallmark of it, but it's not, the totality of it. And just to think in 1995, when they did their first one, to what it is now, it's just totally like, wow.
Somebody asked me if at one point, and I could not remember, after Katrina, where was Essence Fest? Did it happen that year? And I was like, I can't remember.
I don't believe that it happened. I don't know that anything in New Orleans happened soon after that, because I don't think we could. I'm gonna look that. Actually, that's a really good question. Essence Fest during Katrina. We just hanging out with y'all tonight, and I'm right here in the Googles.
We chopping it up while you're doing that. Summer Walker performed. Showing off her baby pump. Yes. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mentioned Slutty Vegan, Pinky Cole, and her got engaged at Essence Fest.
Oh, did she? Awesome.
Yes, she did. Because she's pregnant, and her husband to be is also a restaurateur here in Metro Atlanta. And I just really think that's important, that we understand the magnitude of a Slutty Vegan.
Yeah.
It sounds funny and whatnot, but if you look at what Pinky has done in a short amount of time, like, we're talking, she's headed towards McDonald's status.
Absolutely. And has introduced,
so shout out to Pinky.
Absolutely. And she's introduced the idea of veganism to Black people in a way that didn't feel like weird. And baby, them burgers is good, okay? Good. The fries got the little seasoning on them. You got the sauces, all of the above. Slutify me, please.
Every single time. Sloppy toppy meat, all of that good stuff. And like you said, they were able to introduce it without it being preachy or weird. Just made it fun and youthful. We have to thank culture for making Slutty Vegan what it is. But I bring Slutty Vegan up because Essence Fest, and shout out to Black women that are creating spaces like Essence Fest. Yes, there's a corporation behind it. We know there's lots of people making money off of it. I get it. But just the idea behind it, of creating spaces for Black women, or Black women creating spaces, period, to where our artists can be celebrated, where you can be taken care of holistically, where your health, your diet, everything is paid attention to and is brought to the forefront. People that own businesses can get in front of large audiences at Essence Fest. It's just something that is to be taken care of, and it's to be curated. I'm hoping for a long time to come, especially since we're going to be doing our podcast from Essence Fest in the near future, 2023 actually. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for us celebrating what we saw this weekend. It's not just about the performances, but what the cultural impact of these kind of events goes way beyond just the music.
Yeah. To answer our earlier question, so Essence Fest did happen in 2006. However, it moved to Houston because they were still repairing the Superdome. So
Of course.
yes, so they did have it after Katrina, but they had to move it over to Houston, which of course is right over the way. There's so many. There's a huge Houston, New Orleans crossover. You can find some of the similar foods. So yeah.
No, absolutely. I remember back in the day when I was at Clark, they used to have something called the latex parties. And it was Louisiana, Texas, the kids, because Clark Atlanta was a huge melting pot. And the AUC period, and those parties used to go off. That's when you heard all the music, like all the chocolate school stuff that they brought with them to Atlanta, which added to what Atlanta has become as a musical melting pot. So yeah. So shout out to the latex parties at Clark Atlanta University back in the day.
Wow, man. So much good stuff. I put in the chat for the people. We'll put it in the description to the link to the Snoop Dogg Presents Death Row Summer 22. I can't wait to go and listen to that. Y'all make sure that you sign up for our webinar that's on Saturday for Sacred Ministry. The link to that is also in the description. And sign up for the contest so you can win some free vinyl. It's free. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send it to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's gonna be great. And make sure that you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. I'm going to put the link to that in here. Make sure that you review us and subscribe to us on Podchaser. We say it all the time, but it's true. It helps us get discovered because the way Podchaser's review system kind of works, help us to get discovered more easily. And make sure that you go on over to YouTube and you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. And then follow the brother DJ Sir Daniel over on Mixcloud because he be dropping bombs over there.
Speaking of which, I had the honor of opening up for the webinar on Saturday because we're doing Sugar Honey on the Rocks at a special time on Saturday so that I can, I'm going to do my hip hop house thing this Saturday. It's, there's going to be records that you probably never heard of and stuff that you forgot about, but it's going to be a good time. It's, I know there's been a lot of talk about what's house and what's not house. This ain't that. This is going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
Just keep ears open, just have fun. But yes, so I'm going to be on at a different time so that I can get y'all ready for the webinar, and we're just going to have a good time on Saturday.
Indeed. Looking forward to it. So listen, y'all, this has been fun. We got a chance to just kind of chop it up and celebrate the beauty of Essence Fest and Black women creating space. So yeah, this is dope.
So J. Ray, what do I say every week? In this life, you have a choice. You can either pick up the needle or you can let the music play. I am DJ Sir Daniel.
And I'm J. Ray, y'all. Peace.
This has been Q Points. We'll see you next week.